Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? My name is Antione Taylor, CEO and founder of The Cause International. Sorry about the noise. You guys actually are in my habitat where I grind, where I do everything. Today I got you behind the scenes where all the clothes are made. You guys are in my embroidery factory out here in downtown Los Angeles. Today's episode that we're going to be targeting and just focusing on is embracing your losses and truly being grateful for your W's. Just in the progression of any business or any startup, people always just see the end goal. And you have to understand when you're building something from nothing, you literally are going against all the odds. And you have to understand this doesn't happen overnight. This is something that takes time, it takes persistence, and ultimately patience. That's why I want to get on here, because I think a lot of people on social media or just in general, they only talk about their W's. They never talk about their losses. They never talk about, really going through those hardships, and instead of quitting or folding, but actually propelling and getting through tough situations. And I think the biggest thing that I was really able to realize in the beginning of the entire process of creating my business was you're going to have to take countless of losses. And you're going to have to be okay with that. Just knowing that as I was building my foundation, I think it was huge. When I was going dorm to dorm, knocking to sell socks, people used to look at me like I was weird. People used to laugh at me. People used to be like, wait, are you selling socks? Like, why are you selling socks? Twan, you're crazy. Like, you have to be the craziest person on the planet to really think that you're gonna be able to change the world. I started laughing about it. I started realizing like, okay, like that's gonna happen. People are gonna look at your dream and laugh about it. They're gonna think you're crazy. But that's okay, because it's not their dream, it's yours. And you gotta understand too, like, let's be a little realistic. Like, when you're chasing your dreams, it might not happen. Like, I know it might not happen, but I have so much confidence in myself that I don't care how long it's gonna take, what it's gonna take. I'm gonna have to get to the end goal. Knowing the fact that it might can't happen only motivated me. It didn't really discourage me. It made me realize like, oh, okay, people don't think I can do this. Say less. I don't really like talking about the things that I want to do in life. I really like just shutting up and going and get it. Even doing this, it was like kind of outside my comfort zone, but it was necessary because I know so many people having the mindset, they feel like they're alone when they're chasing their dreams. If you got anything that you're going through, if you want to give up on that dream that God bestowed upon yourself, hey man, just log into one of my channels, log into one of these videos, look to me, because I was one of those people, I was really going through it, like really questioning like, is this really for me? And I had to keep praying to God and I had to keep realizing, hey, it's not happening overnight. I'm ambitious. I have so many big dreams ahead of me. I have so many things that I want to accomplish. That's amazing. But because you're ambitious, because you have big dreams, you got to understand it's a journey to get there. And that journey is the best part of this entire situation. Because just understanding the L's, understanding the W's, understanding when you think you're about to break through and then you realize, no, it's not your time yet. And then you have to go a whole different route. I just had to break down like just the general of like where we're coming from. And I want to give you a couple examples, because it's one thing to speak about it, but then it's one thing to talk about your actual losses. One of the losses that really stick out to me is the beginning of The Cause, when I felt like I was alone doing it. What I mean by that is, when I was going dorm to dorm to sell different socks on my campus, people looked at me like I was crazy. They looked at me like, what are you doing here? Like, it's 8:30 at night. Can you get out of my dorm? And sometimes those looks or those condescending comments really get to you. And not everyone's going to be able to really look at your dream and really get behind it. But you have to target the people that believe in your journey, that believe in your mission. If you're down and you feel alone, you got to go to those people. But also, you can't discard the people that don't believe in it. That should be your motivation. Don't get down on them. Don't get mad at them. Be thankful for them. Another loss I think that was very pivotal was right after COVID. 2019-2020 academic year, myself and my partners, we're gearing towards the biggest year of our career. 2 years in, at The Cause in Los Angeles, grinding, hearing a lot of L's, people giving us opportunities, and things are finally happening for us. During that time, I think I questioned myself at least 1,000 times. of just saying, is this really worth it? Should I go back to school? I gave up getting into a master's program. I gave up jobs at Google, Facebook, to really chase my dream. Like, it was crazy. Like, I'm at Google headquarters right now, and I'm going through it. I'm getting interviewed, and I'm just like, dang, like, this is crazy. This is amazing. And when I didn't take it, I just told myself, man, like, they're gonna Google me one day. 3 years later, when I'm in the grind, when I want to give up, I'm thinking to myself, like, I can't give up. I can't even question myself right now. That academic year going into it, COVID happened. And we had 180 contracts signed, ready to go. When COVID happened, I was so shocked because I was like, God, I gave you everything I had to get here. I'm even getting chills right now. Like, I gave you everything I had to get here, and all that hard work taken away because of COVID. Then not only was the contracts taken away, my entire team was taken away. I'm talking about my president left, the vice president left, the co-founder left. Like, everyone who started the company, who moved out here to LA to work on the cause, all left. Then it got me thinking, like, this gotta be the sign. It's gotta be the sign to, like, stop. It's gotta be the sign to, you know, give it in, because everyone dropped except me. I had to lean towards that young Twan who was hustling, knocking on doors. And I had to realize, okay, right now you can't sell anything, but you can still be working on your business. You can work on the back end. You can figure out how to work on your operations. You can do stuff that maybe not physically where you can see the W's, but internally as an organization, you can figure out that. And that's what I did. That was probably the toughest time. Like, in the beginning, it was really tough because you have to start. No one believes in you. Another part, when you think you're going to achieve something, like, have you ever worked for something so hard and you think, like, oh, this is mine? And you wake up the next day, the world shuts down. You haven't, because it's never been done before. I planned for everything. I had everything aligned. And boom, COVID. Boom, contracts done. Boom, team leaves. So everything that I planned for is shut down. And I was down. I was out. But I understood I couldn't stop. I understood, like, okay, this happens, you gotta pivot. You have to figure out what you're gonna do. And I never been a person to quit. So even everyone around me, they didn't quit, but they found something else that they were chasing, you know? But for myself, I started on this journey to change the world. I started my journey to, you know, I built this cause. I wanna build this from out my dorm to a company that has 500 employees, where we're all over the world. That's my goal. And even though everything around me felt like it was falling apart, that drive, that grind, that patience to understand it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this time. That was the best thing for us, because through that L, I was able to experience all these W's. And these W's started off with our shirt going viral for BLM. Now we're in the Baby and Roddy Ricch's music video and the BET Awards. Then people hearing about it, Akon giving us a shout out, talking about the cause.
Antoine, I'm hearing so much about the things that you're doing, bro. Keep doing it. You know you got my support, man. Anything that does God's work and precisely continue to help people is always gonna get my support, man. So I know you're doing great things.
Man, this is Neo. So listen, I hear that your business at the cause INT on IG. I heard that it's a movement to help the less fortunate and that you just came from Africa. I think that more people need to know what you're doing so that what you're doing can motivate other people to follow suit. I feel like we need more people like you in the world, bro.
Hey Antoine, Alfonso Ribeiro here. Now I know you are an amazing person because you are grinding to make a difference in the world. You're helping install water filtration systems in Africa and the homeless here in LA. And I know you've been selfless with your business at the cause INT.
Hey Twan, what's up? It's Ice-T. I'm here to give you a huge shout out. Just nothing but respect. I understand you've been working long nights growing your business, the cause, and the mission, all right? The mission is to change and impact lives all around the world. I know you just returned from Africa. You're out there putting in filtration systems for the water, racial injustice. You're working on that. Hey, I've been working on that my whole life. And you're helping kids get into college, all right? I just want to let you know that you deserve all the respect and all the big ups.
Then it goes into with magazines, newspapers, writing on us, blogs, interviews, interviewing us. and just media in general just really getting behind the cause. You were going through your biggest L, and that's God telling you, like, I got to get you ready for the next step. Not everybody's supposed to be here on that next step for you. And you have to understand that you can't get mad, you can't get sad. You just have to, take it in, understand it, and realize, okay, he has bigger plans for me. God is putting the people in your life to help you get to that journey. And that probably was the hardest thing for me. Through those L's, I was able to appreciate those W's, because now when I get small W's, when I'm able to win different things, maybe it's not the end goal, but it's one step closer. And I'm so grateful for that, because these tough times that you're going to go through building a business, and you have to understand, just being an entrepreneur in general, you have to understand that these L's that you're taking is only to allow you to learn how to pivot so you can get to the next level. And that's why I love the cause. And I'm so excited to go full throttle, because every day I want to get to it. I want to figure out different ways to expand what we got going on here. And that's why I can't wait to get to the world tour, because God threw so many situations at us. Like, I'm talking about adversity after adversity after adversity, but we just kept overcoming them. Because now, after going to Kenya, after COVID, and realizing what we can do, oh yeah, the world tour. The world tour is going to be something that's not just going to be just known, but it's going to change so many lives. If I can do it, I promise you, if I can do it, Antoine, someone who takes L's after L's after L's, people started laughing at me from the beginning with the cause. And now people are like, damn, he gave back over $80,000. People used to laugh at me, joke at me, talk down on me. And now I'm doing things that they thought I couldn't. And that's okay, because I needed them. Thank you, haters. I appreciate you. Because without y'all, none of this is happening. Now on this world tour, I'm going around the entire world installing water filtration systems, giving out laptops so high school kids can get to college. Figuring out a different route for them if they don't want to go to college. That's what it's about. That's a challenge that we're going for. That's what we need. And I can't wait for you guys to be a part of this journey, because you're going to see my L's, but I promise you, at the end, you're going to see the W. And I'm calling it right now. I'm about to change the world. I'm about to win a Nobel Peace Prize. That's who I am. And nobody can stop me, because this was for me. God told me. And if you don't believe it, it's cool. Just watch.